Is Modern Warfare 2 better than Battlefield 2042? And I'm going to be just comparing Conquest and Ground War to be the most accurate to the franchises. Ground War is basically Conquest. Now, Call of Duty is still kind of developing their deploy screen. I feel like it's a little bit weird, like you got to use your arrow keys and stuff to navigate the map. They really just need to zoom it out a bit and allow yourself to click on whatever you want. But I do really enjoy Ground War compared to previous installments, and I really like the feature of the vehicles. When you're in the cargo helicopter, you can walk freely around up and down, and that sounds and seems pretty awesome from what I've experienced. I could only imagine filling that whole helicopter up and having like a whole squad just deploy, jumping out the back. I really like that feature of being able to move freely, and that's something I feel like Battlefield could really positively use in its games, like for their massive conquest maps, having helicopters where you can get in, and it's not just 5-seaters. I always loved the idea of having these vehicles that can transport a large amount of players. I feel like it really adds more immersion to the game. So I'd like to commend Ground War on that, and that's kind of really sealed the deal, like Ground War for me getting Modern Warfare 2, which I don't normally get all the Call of Duties. I used to be a Call of Duty player, but not really. But now that they've kind of come out with Conquest, slightly different, but well done enough in the Call of Duty sense. Still not the smoothest. You still get the Call of Duty gameplay where it's, you feel quite clunky. I also love the idea that you don't have to be an operator. You can just be a milsim. So they have an option in the operator section where you can just choose from one of 4 skins that are just generic soldiers. I like that part of my shooters. I'm not sure about you guys, but that is really important to me. I really like just not having a name or quirky voice lines and stuff like that. I just want to look like a normal cool soldier when I'm playing these games. I'm not looking to be a rainbow unicorn when I play. Now, it's not all perfect. The aerial vehicles, so specifically the cargo helicopter, it does have that positive of being able to free roam in the vehicle, which, like I said earlier, is sick, which I really appreciate that they do that in Call of Duty. But the controlling is quite rough. Like piloting that helicopter, Battlefield does that 1,000 times better, how vehicles move and are controlled, which should be true anyway, because Call of Duty hasn't really been touching too many vehicles. First time they really started touching vehicles was 2019 with Modern Warfare. That was really it. So, they haven't been using it for that long. When you compare to Battlefield, that's been developing vehicles for 20 years. But when I play in a vehicle, I'm still missing that smoothness that a Battlefield game really provides me, and that deploy screen. There's nothing more seamless than just being able to choose where you want to go without having to do dodgy keyboard mashing, button mashing. Something I would wish with both of these games, and honestly, is to have some more especially Call of Duty, to make it more immersive and cool, is that we've seen it in their invasion mode where the AI comes down from helicopters. I'd love to have a deployment screen where, or maybe it's like a 4-second deployment and you load up everyone that's died into a helicopter and then you go down. That would be sick to have something like that. They already kind of do it in their multi 6v6 game play. I would love to have it in Ground War. I just really think it adds a little key immersion and it just makes it really cool. That would be a great feature to have. Battlefield, a little bit more trickier in how they'd add that. But that's more for their invasion mode, so you can't really compare invasion and conquest. They kind of share some similar parts, but invasion's a lot more just getting tickets. It's not about capturing things, just getting kills. I do have to commend Call of Duty though for actually innovating in the area, where I feel like Battlefield's taken steps back. You still can't beat Battlefield in destruction, although, like I said just then, Battlefield has taken considerably large steps back in the destruction era if we compare it to Battlefield 5. Battlefield 2042 is a PS3 game. I'm sure you can probably find PS3 games that have better destruction, like Battlefield 4. Might be even a PS2 game in terms of destruction, which is a shame because I feel like they could really do something crazy, and they did show us that time and time again, that they were planning to make these massive destruction happen. Never came into fruition though, and I do feel like that's something Call of Duty could add to their Ground War experience, being able to actually change the environment around yourselves. Vanguard kind of did a little bit, but that was so primitive. It just had little wooden pieces that you could shoot through. Yeah, cool. We want to see whole walls get blown up, and I feel like that would work so well on Call of Duty when they have their kill streaks, score streaks that are crazy, like the attack chopper. I love being the helicopter gunner on that. It's a shame you can't move the bloody thing. It's glitched right now, but it's so fun using that, or being able to carpet bomb a stealth bomber. Imagine if the buildings got damaged after that. There's a lot of potential in Call of Duty, and in all fairness, this is their golden developers. Treyarch's kind of fallen off. They still do well, but let's not talk about Sledgehammer. I don't want to talk about them. I didn't even care at all, again, about Vanguard. I got bored the second I heard it. Infinity Ward, they are doing a really good job, and it seems like they've had a long time to work in this game, like 3 years, proper 3 years, not the botched one that like Cold War was. DICE had considerable amount of time too to work on it. Like their last game was 2018, which was Battlefield 5. That's 4 years, not 4 years, 3 years. They had like 3 years to work on the game. They both have the same amount of time. Now, Call of Duty does kind of use a recycled engine and has there's a bigger franchise. They have multiple different support studios, but still, I feel like we should be commending Infinity Ward on their work. Modern Warfare 2 looks like a really exciting game, and I really feel like if they double down on Ground War, I'm curious to see when the full game launches, do a more of a proper comparison, what they're going to add to the game, and just see like what innovate, like are they going to be innovative or not. And I prefer the maps that they're making compared to DICE's maps, because the maps that have been made in Modern Warfare 2 Ground War, they actually kind of look like something's happened. Like there's actual cars all on the road in the Mexican border map, or there's all these buildings that have bullet marks and stuff like that. Like it actually looks like there's a war happening. And in Battlefield 2042, it looks like they didn't prepare at all, and this place just got raided, and it's just a normal city that there's a little like gunfight happening on. I want to see actual wars, and that's what Ground War is providing us. And I'm excited for the game's launch. I definitely have pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2 because I'm also interested in the campaign. I have more faith in Infinity Ward than I do have in the other companies, and it's going to be year 2, so it's interesting to see where this game is going to go in the future. Battlefield 2042, we still have some more to see, but like I said, I feel like they've really stepped back, and it's allowing for Modern Warfare that's particularly likes to play the ground war theater of games have a chance to slide through and take over the market. And to be honest, I'm glad that we have some competition, like I was glad in 2019 when Ground War came out. That Ground War was still very primitive, and this Ground War is not the best it can be, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's improving, something that Battlefield doesn't know. That's been on the decline since like Battlefield 1. Let me know what you guys think. Have you been playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta? Do you reckon Ground War is an actual competitor to the Battlefield experience, or do you believe it's just a little like gimmick mode? Let me know what you guys think. I really appreciate you guys coming back again for more videos, and I hope to keep making some more. Thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.